A mama cat who found an abandoned bunny rabbit had to make an important decision. What do you think she decided? You're about to find out in today's touching story about compassion and kindness. She came across something that shocked her and made her heart melt at the same time. But even though she had this instinct, the mama cat felt an overwhelming sense of tenderness when she looked at those big eyes and small body. Duchess had never seen a baby bunny before, but she knew from experience what it meant to be a new mother. Looking into the bunny's eyes, she saw nothing but innocence and fear. And she thought, if I don't help this little guy, who will? That's when Duchess decided to adopt the bunny. The cat hesitated. She knew she should leave the bunny alone. But seeing how small and fragile it was, she couldn't just walk away. She wondered if he was okay and if he missed her. These thoughts made her miss her own kittens too, so she couldn't wait to get back home and see them. It was a difficult moment for her. Clover needed special food and a lot of it. If not, he wouldn't grow up healthy. So Duchess decided to look for help. He ate voraciously. Then he took a little nap before playing with the other animals. For a while, everything seemed fine, and finally, it drank some milk. After this moment, the bunny fell asleep in Duchess's warm and cozy bed. He learned to hop, jump, and explore his world. He also socialized with other bunnies and lived happy days. She liked that he got along well with her kittens, and they all played together happily. He growled at her and showed his teeth. She hissed back, trying to scare him off. Suddenly, she heard a small voice that said, "Stop, please." She turned around and saw Clover. He was grown up and had a beautiful white fur coat. They grew up quickly, and soon they were ready to start exploring the world on their own. Duchess watched them go, knowing they would be fine. He knew that if anything happened to her, it would be his fault since he was the reason the dog was there. Duchess didn't know what to do. She wanted to protect Clover, but she also knew that if she attacked the dog, she could get hurt. She jumped in front of Clover and hissed fiercely. She was ready to sacrifice herself to save Clover. He didn't want to have anything to do with that brave cat anymore. She had taken care of him for so long that she had fallen in love with him. You're the best adoptive mother a bunny could ask for. He took a deep breath and said goodbye. He ran towards the forest, and Duchess watched him go. She knew he would be fine. I'm glad you're going back to your home, Clover. You deserve to be free, she said with a smile. But remember, no matter where you go, you'll always have a home here. Clover smiled and replied, "Thank you, Duchess. I couldn't have done it without you. You taught me to be brave." "Oh, Clover, I'm so glad you're back," she purred. "I missed you so much." Duchess didn't hesitate for a moment. She stood in front of Clover and snarled, showing her claws. She hoped he would come back to visit her, and he did. Duchess waited for him, but he didn't come. She worried about him, wondering if something had happened. Days went by, and she began to lose hope. She missed Clover a lot and felt sad. Clover often came to see Duchess. He brought her news from the wild, and they spent wonderful afternoons together. "Duchess, I'm back." She turned around and saw Clover. He was bigger and stronger than before, but he was still the same brave bunny she had known. "I would be dead if it weren't for you." The dog understood he had lost and ran away as fast as he could. And remember, a simple act of kindness can change a life forever. This surprised the dog. He didn't expect that a cat would put itself in danger for a bunny. She was proud of the curious, brave, and smart little cats. And, as if to prove his words, Clover stood tall and said, "Get away from here, dog, or you'll regret it." The dog couldn't believe what he was hearing. A bunny threatening him. He laughed loudly and got ready to attack. Duchess and Clover remained the best of friends until the end of their lives. They spent many afternoons together in the garden. They talked about everything, and their friendship was unbreakable. She watched over him all night long to make sure he was okay. However, she knew she did the right thing, so she didn't feel bad. She carefully approached the object and realized it was a baby bunny. One day, he told Duchess he was ready to return to his wildlife. He missed running through fields and didn't want to live in captivity anymore. The expert told her that although she admired her kindness, it was best for Clover to live with his own kind. So Duchess understood she had to let him go. It was hard for her to say goodbye. The little animal was very tiny, cold, and shivering. The baby bunny was completely alone. Where was its mom? She lifted her head and saw a dog running towards her. He was very big and had a fierce expression. Duchess immediately felt threatened. She arched her back and prepared to defend herself. Had she left it behind, or worse, had something happened to her? This kind mama cat couldn't believe what she saw one day while taking a walk in her backyard. She knew that even though she was adopting the bunny, she couldn't forget her nature. She had to hunt to survive. Before going out, she left some milk for the bunny and went out into the garden. The cat wanted to help the helpless creature, but she knew that bunnies are prey for cats. It was a matter of instinct. Her name was Duchess, and she recently gave birth to 4 kittens. So she understood how vulnerable a baby animal could be. She had to explain to her partner what she did and why she brought another animal to their home. Fortunately, her partner understood and accepted Duchess's decision. They would raise the bunny together. She picked it up very carefully and brought it back home. At first, the bunny didn't want to eat. It wasn't until Duchess started licking it that it began to calm down. When the sun came up, Duchess had to go outside to hunt. While hunting, Duchess kept thinking about the bunny. After a few hours, Duchess returned home. She brought a mouse for her kittens, but she also shared some with the bunny. Duchess named the bunny Clover because she thought it brought her good luck to find such a cute animal in her garden. But soon, Duchess realized that taking care of a bunny was different from taking care of kittens. She went to a wildlife expert, explained what happened, and asked for advice. In the following days, she missed Clover a lot. She wondered if he missed her too, and if he remembered her fondly. Meanwhile, Clover was growing bigger every day. At the wildlife center, he received the care and attention he needed. As for Duchess, she continued to take care of her kittens. One day, Duchess was relaxing in her garden when she heard a familiar bark. The dog got closer, and she could see that he wasn't friendly. Clover stood in front of her, bravely facing the dog. Seeing her hesitation, Clover said, "Don't worry, Duchess. I can handle this." But just then, Duchess intervened. "You shouldn't mess with me," the dog warned, but he was already backing away. Duchess turned to Clover and purred. She was very proud of him. "Good job," she said. "You really stood up for yourself." After this encounter, Clover and Duchess became even closer. Months went by and Clover grew bigger and stronger. Duchess was very happy for him, but she was also sad to see him go. Clover hugged her and said, "Thank you, Duchess." From time to time, she went to the edge of the woods and called his name. One day, Clover didn't show up. Then one morning, she heard a familiar voice. Duchess was overjoyed to see him again. She ran towards him and hugged him. Clover nuzzled her and said, "I missed you too, Duchess. Thank you for saving my life." And so their story continued, the unlikely friendship between a cat and a bunny. They proved that love and compassion can overcome any obstacle. What did you think of this story? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.